What's going on, Brominglers? Thank you for tuning into episode 73 of the show. The phone number is 512-766-4646. You can call or text that number to participate in the show. Don't forget to like and subscribe, give us a thumbs up, rate us on Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. The VIPs for this week are Steven Ferreira, Bill Sr., Mike Sucks Donkey Balls, and Sean the Don. Please enjoy the episode. Welcome to our show. We're ready to go. It's a brand new podcast episode. It's Bromingo. What is that?
It's a strawberry watermelon. BC 5000. No idea what
Can I
that
try
means. Can you?
Yeah.
Okay, if you say so.
Oh.
Well, you said can I?
Oh.
Right.
I should have said may I.
I always do that shit.
The grammar police. Uh-oh.
No, it's just an easy one. It's an easy, it's an
easy
opening.
got 'em.
Yeah, it's an easy got 'em. Absolutely. It's great for a riff. You can get it right into it.
How is that?
Yeah, how's the BC 5000? 3 inches.
Huh.
3 fingers.
You know, it tastes, good.
Does it taste like how it looks?
It tastes good. It makes me feel...
do you want to give it a try?
No, I'm all set.
No,
Shit's
okay.
It makes my
whack.
lungs feel nice.
Shit's whack.
Shit's whack.
Yeah,
What
shit is whack.
could you elaborate?
One, I don't like them. Two, anytime I've tried to hit them, I cough like a bitch.
No, you don't like them. Your first point, you don't like them. How come?
Yeah.
Just like you don't like Nick. You don't like the Nick feel.
I much rather get it from a cigarette, sadly,
Okay,
than that.
that's fair. No, that's
no,
fair.
but
That's fair.
the cigarette is horrible for you.
That's some
Yeah,
hipster shit.
But at the same
Cigarettes?
time,
Yeah, it's hipster shit. It's a hipster vape.
You guys are smoking out of a robot.
Yeah, it's called the future, baby. Welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, the cigarette industry like rules. I'm pretty sure they own like everything. Or, like,
they own these too.
I'm
I mean,
right.
that's who
yeah,
distributes
exactly. But
this.
like they started with cigarettes.
He prefers his nicotine acoustic, and we like ours electric. It's
Perfect.
all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
So-
but I
Acoustic,
can also do
electric.
acoustic as well.
Acoustic
you
is
know,
sick.
it depends.
Acoustic is a bit better.
Yeah.
I stopped doing it, but yeah, every day I'm like, dude.
So you brought up this point of like the cigs maybe being worse for you.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like they definitely.
Kind of
Objectively,
like you were getting
they
at.
are.
Now here's the thing. So for the first the first 200, 300 years of
Yeah.
cigarettes,
Yeah.
they were like doctors recommend.
I know,
right?
crazy, right?
I thought you were going to say the
nuts.
first 200, 300 cigarettes, they're not bad for you.
It's right when you get to around 500. You got to start.
The 500 cigarette will kill you.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, because I was thinking like in the 40s.
Cigarettes lucky customer number.
Like the
Price
40s
down.
and 50s, they were saying that like cigarettes were, doctors recommend.
That's because they were
Camels.
paid by the people.
But
How
cigarettes
much?
go farther back.
At least $5.
You think it was worth it for them?
It was at the time.
And do you
to,
think-
to lie to people?
$5
Lies
is worth
pay
more.
sometimes.
Well, they do, and now those people are dead, so they can't be held accountable for their actions.
They really did it right.
It's like all the Nazi scientists that we put the rover on the moon with. Can't hold them accountable either.
Yeah, Werner von Braun. Nah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Werner von Braun.
Yeah.
Shouts to all my boss boys.
Shout out.
That was
dude.
my boss boy.
Right.
Oh, by the way, if you guys want a beverage, they're...
You guys want a beverage?
got couple
Yeah,
over here.
yeah. I'll take a
I'll
bet.
take a beverage.
Thank you kindly.
All right, while you guys
Wow.
crack open your cold ones, I'll do a little introduction for you.
Sure.
So, these two gentlemen, one of them has been my friend for a very long time, and the other one I'm very grateful to call my new friends. We got Christian Mills and Mike Noakes.
Represent.
What's up?
Welcome, boys.
We have Mike
you.
and Mike sitting right next to each other.
Like squares right
Like
next to each
square.
other. Double mic. Watch it the fuck out.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Little
We're,
spill.
we're talking about it outside. Like, I have way too many mics in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, my main coworker is Mike. You know, your Mike.
These are
There's
mics.
a mic in my hand.
There's mics everywhere.
My dad's name is Mike. Also.
Oh my God!
My
This
dad's name is Mike also.
We're at 10
That's
mics. That's
insane.
10 mics. If
is
we're keeping
honestly a
count.
A
disaster.
lot of mics. I'm pretty sure I looked at a list. It was like third most popular name at one point. Mike. Michael.
Okay.
How come?
Yeah. Why? What's so great about it?
Either
As a Mike,
I've never
what
read
do
the
you-
Bible, but I guess he's really important in there, so maybe that's why.
He's
it's
an
go.
archangel.
Here we go.
His name means
okay.
he was like God. So
Michael
Okay.
Jordan.
I'd be out here stepping.
There we go.
He's godly.
I'm convinced that the name Michael got bumped because of Michael Jordan.
Okay.
That definitely probably happened. Michael
had
J.
some
Fox, dude. There's a lot of good Mikes out
Michael J.
there.
Fox
Mike
was
Wazowski, dude. Mike Myers.
Dude, Mike Myers is great. Do you
Mike
guys
Myers
have,
is the man.
we talked about this before on here, I think. Do you guys have a favorite Mike Myers movie?
Gold member.
Because
Yeah, that's
I
a good
think Goldmember's the funniest, but I think that my favorite is Wayne's World.
Wow.
That's a good one
okay.
too.
Big fan of the Shrek movies.
One or two.
Oh,
Big
dude,
Shrek
see,
guy.
I don't think about that. I don't
He's
consider
there.
that.
Him and Eddie Murphy.
You're absolutely right, though. Yeah, I don't consider it a Mike Myers movie, but it absolutely is.
Yeah, absolutely.
He makes that movie. I mean, him and Eddie Murphy, of course, they're a dynamic, amazing duo.
Right. There's a great bit where they talk about how they had to actually animate Shrek around Eddie Murphy's lines because he would just go off the cuff, and then they had to animate Donkey to his words.
Dude, well, Donkey was the part that really grabbed me as a kid because he's the comedic relief, right?
Yeah, it's the funny one. Yeah.
Like Shrek is on first watch, or maybe to a little child, Shrek's not the funniest character because he's kind of grumpy.
Yeah, he's a grumpy guy.
Watching him now, it's like, okay, he's funny because now as an adult, I relate to Shrek.
It's like, I suffer. I live in the swamp.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. We all
And this is my swamp.
we all have a swamp. This podcast is my swamp.
Disney is taking over my entire world around me.
Has Disney acquired Shrek yet?
No, but
No, they got
Farquaad, I
DreamWorks.
think,
That's
is like a
the same.
reference to Bill Iger. I'm not entirely sure.
Wait,
about
who's
that.
Bill Iger?
He's Bob Iger. I'm sorry,
Iger.
the
No,
the
it's fine.
head of Disney.
Oh,
Okay.
And Duloc is meant to be Disney World. Sorry,
Is-
Bob Iger, if you're listening to this podcast.
Is he?
He's a frequent listener.
I know.
Is he the one who has upset the right by including people of color?
I don't know that that's essentially him.
No, I think that
Probably not him.
Probably not.
Okay.
no.
Okay, that's always seemed very crazy to me.
What's that?
People are so mad that the Little Mermaid I grew up with was white.
Right.
So now
She was.
Now Little Mermaid. It's like, dude, who cares?
Yeah, no, right, but who cares?
Who gives a
It's
fuck?
not really important.
And we already had
It's not. It's not a pressing issue.
It has nothing to do with the character.
No.
So it could be anyone. It's
Right.
What I have a problem with is the Lion King remake because it took all of the magic out of the original
It did.
by making it literally a National Geographic documentary.
It did feel like that.
it was it was more like a platform for vocal actors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they had a stellar cast, and that was all the hype.
Right.
And that's why I went to go see it myself, because I'm like, oh, I love all these people voicing these animals.
Yeah.
I was never a huge fan of
Was
the movie.
was Donald Glover in that?
Yeah, he was in Simba.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I saw it in theaters.
What's the most jarring about that aesthetic change is that because they now resemble real animals, like it's easier to picture actual animals doing the things in The Lion King.
Right.
Which is absurd to me to look at because I'm like, why are these elephants bowing down to this creature that's going to eat them later?
Right.
And
A fair point.
They don't feel like people anymore,
Right.
and they did it in the original.
Right. The cartoon kind of allowed for this separation of reality.
Right. That suspension of disbelief is not present now. And
Yes.
that's I care more about that than whether or not Ariel is black.
Well, I've never. Right.
I do. I just objectively like.
It's a good point. So, speaking of Africa, me and Mike have never been to Africa.
Love
Okay.
to go.
You guys have been to Africa.
have
Yeah, it's a
been
great
to
place.
Africa.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
You guys went to Morocco.
We did.
Yeah.
North Africa.
We did northwest.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty close. Pretty close to Europe.
Do you guys? Is there like a decisive best story that you guys have?
Morocco is the first country to recognize U.S. independence.
What?
Yeah,
Wait,
facts. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, no,
You
absolutely.
got that out fast.
Yeah. No, I know that one. I know that one.
Yeah, I can tell. Holy shit.
That's one.
that was
That's one.
awesome.
Thanks,
Mike,
How fast can you go with facts?
How fast?
Fast facts. Fast
Give me
facts.
fast facts. Five
Fast
right
facts,
now.
you
1,
want me
2,
to-
3, 4,
1, 2, 3, go.
Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe. First 5 presidents.
Whoa.
Wait, is that one whole fact or is that 5 separate facts?
five.
Oh well, 5
Second.
separate facts. Just like
Yeah, all
the
right, 1, 2,
countdown.
3, fact.
Okay, George Washington was the first president. Thomas Jefferson was the 3rd president. John
Ready?
Adams was. What do you got?
Spoon's a utensil.
Spoons are you what?
That's a fact.
Spoons are utensils. There's a
fact,
basket
right?
on Blake's bed. There's a baby in that dish.
We're here.
There's about 5 lemons.
We're here.
Come
Right.
on, baby.
Morocco's a country.
In Africa.
So,
So, fun fact: the last beheading by guillotine in France actually took place in 1975. So shortly just before the first Star Wars film was
Little late.
released.
Late.
That's my fast fact of the day. Not to
Fast
do with
fact.
presidents.
no, I feel like
Or baskets.
if we talk about the baby,
Right.
that's gonna bring up the last episode.
Okay, I meant to actually bring this up right off the rip, but also
Okay.
we're
What do
about
you
to
got?
trample right over your guys' Morocco experience again.
No, we can circle back. we
No,
can. We've
oh,
only got
oh,
one
oh,
circle
there's a
back.
whole raison
One circle back.
d'etre.
We're gonna circle back. All right, so
It's one circle.
we've done this before. We
We
had
have.
them. We
We've
had
been here.
we had these same gentlemen over last week.
We were here.
and we recorded the whole episode without one of their mics recording.
Was it Friday? Or was it Thursday?
It was Thursday. It was,
Okay.
I believe it was exactly a week ago.
So today's Friday.
Wait, wasn't it 2
Oh,
weeks ago?
all right.
So we're
It
8
was,
days out.
8 days
a
ago.
week. 8 days a week.
8 days.
That's on.
Shout out to the quick shout out to the Beatles.
That's
Yeah,
so
look,
lame. You just said that.
Whoa,
That's so lame.
They're good. I like. I mean,
Hey, shout out to the fucking Beatles.
They
real
don't
Shout out
get,
to the
quick.
Beatles.
they're a little
Only 2 of them are
underrated.
alive.
They're a little underrated. They don't get enough love.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
right.
I thought that was
very,
funny.
very closet band.
We're
the Beatles.
stumbling. Hey, shout out to the fucking Beatles.
What a
by the
hipster
way.
this guy is.
Let's say that real
I
quick.
do.
No, it's not even hipster. It's great. Morocco?
Isn't it a shame that the Beatles became lame?
Did they?
A bit, yeah.
They,
bet
no,
they
no.
did.
Hey, they came back. Here's the thing.
They're cool as
Beatles,
fuck.
like when I feel like when we were kids or like when we were like teenagers, it's like, oh, dude, fuck the Beatles. The Beatles suck, right? It takes you have to like become an adult to be like, at least for me, I had to become an adult to be like, oh wait,
You had to grow up.
This is why everyone loves the fucking Beatles.
Wait, from the
'Cause they're
onset,
fucking
Blake
amazing.
had smoke for the Beatles. He was like, "Nah, dude, I hate the Beatles."
I was just too cool to like the Beatles. You know what I mean? Like that was like my. I was like, oh, I'm
You
too
did
cool to
just-
like the
that's
Beatles.
weird.
He was too cool.
You
for the Beatles,
exclusively-
dude. He was.
I'm not saying.
Get
I'm
that
not,
away
Let me
from
go get you a shovel real quick so you can dig a little deeper down.
I'm not
rough.
saying that I
You
was.
knew of the Beatles and you didn't like them still.
No, because I had. It was a mindset. It's not. I'm not saying that I was. I'm saying that I had the mindset of like,
Gotcha.
oh, I'm too cool for the Beatles, you know, because I'm in a fucking rock and roll band called Operation
okay.
Mayhem.
Right.
You know
Oh,
what
it
I
was
mean?
back then?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
talking
it's
about
the
those
OPM
times.
energy.
You were like, fuck the Beatles. I'm in Operation Mayhem.
Right, but then I like got a lot smarter and older and wiser, and I'm like, oh, the Beatles they fucking rock.
Yeah,
they're
the
rock.
best.
They
One
go.
of the best.
They go hard.
Goats.
Yellow Submarine.
So we cut the episode.
Yeah, so we cut the episode. There's no episode 73. Am I right?
This
73?
is episode 73 still.
We're
This
just
is
doing it
70
again.
73.5.
Two. Take two.
Take two. Okay,
Take two.
take two.
Run
And
it back.
Should we
Take
should we
two.
like recap a couple things that happened in the last episode?
Oh, we were talking about them. We were.
yeah.
We were
so
on some of them up.
basically, it's very convenient that it didn't record because everyone teamed up against me.
It was
Yes,
awesome.
Yes,
We were
Blake
told
was
to
the
do
victim.
so.
Blake was the victim.
It was a great time doing that. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
great.
Absolutely.
Started
eviscerating
rocking in
you
the
with
corner,
Beatles.
crying. He was like in a catatonic state.
He started singing Simon and Garfunkel at one
Yeah.
I did. I should like at one point do a supercut of that episode with the camera audio.
Yeah,
Just for all the
absolutely.
chaos points.
Right.
And make like a chaotic random.
Maybe
edit of
just
it.
for the
Put on the Patreon, that
Patreon
you that you
guys.
have.
Right, the Patreon.
The Patreon, all the bloopers and outtakes of the first uncut take of this. Yeah, and I'm sure it'll get you some,
Fun fact, it just hit me.
Yeah, what do you got?
Paul McCartney recorded an album in Morocco.
Did he?
One of his Wings
one?
albums, he did. I don't know, but he got robbed at knife point, and like they took
Oh.
all his tapes and everything like that.
Huh.
Had to redo some songs, but
See-
it was in Morocco. It was crazy.
Yeah, so there's definitely some folks in Morocco who
You don't want to mess with, right?
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
And I can imagine that those folks would mess with Paul McCartney.
Is it knife country or gun country?
Knife country?
Knife
Yeah,
country,
exactly.
1000%.
More
Yeah,
knife
yeah.
vibes. That's kind of more badass.
Not big.
Real fighting.
Gun country.
Right. Well, I know like in London, like violence happens with knives.
Knife country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people in America who like love guns like to use that as an example. Like, oh,
that?
would you rather get stabbed like in London?
Probably.
It's like, yeah, maybe.
I'd rather get stabbed than shot.
I'll probably survive the knife stab.
Yeah. Right.
Well, okay.
so
Actually, from what I've heard, it's better to get shot because it's in and out and it's smaller. But a knife can be like.
Yeah, but at least from a knife you can like run
But
and maybe get away.
also, it's harder to stab someone than it is to shoot someone.
yeah, definitely.
You have to get close.
And plus, you do that to the wrong guy, it'll get you in a chokehold.
So
dude.
therefore, I
Like,
think knives are still better. But
yeah, I'd much rather get stabbed than shot. I guess.
Watermelon apple ice.
If I had to pick, because the bullet could easily like stay in a weird, like an awkward
And they don't take
place
the
in your
bullet out.
body.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that. If a bullet gets lodged in you, they will not take it out.
Depends on where it is. Like
Wait,
if it's
hold
near
on.
your fucking chest or something.
Yeah, but like in your leg, they'll keep that
Oh,
shit in.
yeah.
I thought that they took it, they kept it in right away, right? Because like they gotta get you to the hospital, but don't they surgically remove it?
It depends, I think. Like in your heart, probably. But like I've heard of stories where like
Got
guys-
shot in the leg, bullet's still in there.
Yeah, all
Really?
the time. Oh yeah, all the time. I get like these vets come in, they're like, yeah, right there was a bullet still in there, but
Whoa.
If I ever get shot, I'll let
crazy.
you know what the procedure is, and maybe that'll.
We could do it on
vlog
the pod.
it for us. Could you vlog it for us?
Yeah, so if one of you guys could just shoot me in the calf, and that way I could just call out of work, and then
That'd
I'd be
be
like, I
awesome.
got shot.
if you
could.
fucking vlogged it.
It was a drive-by. No one needs to get in trouble, and then we'll see, how it develops.
Well,
Hey guys, we're still up day 2. I'm in the hospital right now. I got shot in the
Yep,
calf.
in the
It's
ER.
Pretty okay. I got a lot of applesauce. They got me on an IV.
So Mike, you had mentioned that you get these guys all the time. Was that? Are you talking about?
Like I have vets that come in the store and they said crazy ass stories. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
right. Vets big into music. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Okay,
They
gotcha.
come in buying guitar
Yeah,
strings,
us
guitars,
too.
acoustics.
Right. Anything
Talking
they need.
about either Skinnerd, is it CCR. I
Yeah,
can't say,
yeah,
I can't
yeah,
say the actual name of
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Credence Clearwater. Yeah.
Credence Clearwater.
And they all complained about the
Clearwater.
fucking Super Bowl halftime show, which had me cracking up, dude.
Let's
It
talk
wasn't
about
good.
It
It
was,
wasn't
dude.
good. It wasn't good.
If you what?
No. So I like Rihanna. It's not that Rihanna's performance was bad. I watched a performance by The Weeknd that was just 2 years before.
Yeah, that was good.
And it's when I think the difference is that Apple took over. It used to be Pepsi. Pepsi used to make a big deal out of it.
Right.
And yeah, Apple's dropped the ball.
Dropped the ball a little
That's
bit
what
on their
I'm-
first time.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that a little bit. My thing, everyone who I was talking to about it, I work with a lot of like people who are like, 40 and up, and they all thought it was like the most sexualized show that they've
Yeah.
ever had.
They
show they've ever
always say that every single time.
Because they're geezers, dude. I have a bunch
Yeah,
of
they have a knack for
65-year-olds sitting there drinking coffee going, it's not like what it used to be.
Dude, there was one
Where's the
Bro,
goddamn
Katy
respect?
Perry over this
Where's the
thing?
goddamn respect for the Super Bowl? And I'm sitting there just going like, you fucking are so old, and you're just you're starting to get out of it. You're a geezer now,
Yeah, they complain
Nothing's
about
right in the
anything.
world. You're blaming the other generation for rules that you put into place. Like, it's so
Right.
crazy.
And it's telling with like what they care about.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Like they care about the Super Bowl. They care about those things that are right in front of them, as opposed to like deeper things.
Yeah.
And it's all right. Just let them. You're like, it's part of life. So you just have to let them say these things,
Right.
And
And
let
it's-
it go in when we're like when there's somebody talking to you and you're like, you're so stupid, you're a millennial. You just gotta go. I know. You're so right,
Dude, I know it.
Because here's the thing. It's making them happy because they're getting their life. They don't have that many years ahead.
They're about to die.
right.
Exactly.
Tuck them
They're-
in with that.
They're getting to
insertion.
that age, so it's just kind of like, you know what? You won't be mad. I hope you've lived a good life up until this point. But if you're mad because I mentioned Bitcoin and I work for them, I'm sorry. And if you think I have a chip in me, I'm okay.
What do we
fine.
What do we think about Bitcoin?
Dude,
It's
BTC.
over and done, dude. I think.
Over and done.
I've always thought it's like it
Over.
just seems like a perfect thing to really just like it's just like a essential oils and shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Or like no,
It's a little more
like,
secure
I
than
like,
that, I
that's a
feel.
bad example because I like essential oils, but what's the big one? Where like the shakes, you know what I'm saying? Like the pyramid scheme sort of thing.
Okay,
with
yeah.
the shakes.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Nutrilife, whatever
yeah,
the fuck it was
human-
called.
Right.
Like was it the Soylent shakes? I've seen those.
Well,
and-
those are like a current thing, but there was one that was like a
Slim Fast. shit
no,
like that?
no, it was a pyramid scheme,
Can I
a
ask-
sales scheme, and it was like notorious.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Where's Billy?
Billy couldn't make it tonight, but also
Why? What does
five
that
people
mean?
would be a little overbearing.
That's
I
okay.
think.
That's okay.
So I think it's just better that way. I think that if you guys want
I'm
to come on
down to be-
individually eventually,
He's actually
I would
fine,
love to.
yeah.
then
I'm
then
down
we
to
can
be
have Billy
overbearing.
on with
Yeah.
you guys. But I think that
Overbearing.
especially out of
Overboard?
person, I think that 5 people is just too much. But he actually was busy anyways.
Yeah, he's flying.
Where's he flying?
No, like he's flying
he's-
a plane.
Yeah.
He's flying a plane.
He just got
Really?
his pilot
Yeah,
license.
well, yeah, he just got it. he
That's
just got
not
it.
true.
Yes,
That's
it is.
know
not
that?
true. That's literally not true.
You're shitting me.
Yeah, no, I'm not
he's
shitting
been-
you.
he's been
That's not-
going
You didn't
every
know
week.
that he had his pilot license?
This is a bit, and I know it's a bit.
Well, he didn't.
You didn't tell him?
Did he just get it?
I'm
I'll let
shocked he
them play
didn't tell
that.
you.
I'll let them play. the
Is it
pilot
official or
license
did he
play.
just get it?
No,
This
he
is
just got
actually
it. Did you
pretty
not
good.
see the video in the chat he sent?
Yo, hand me my
No, I
vape
didn't.
back, dude.
He's just doing a semi-quick run down the Malibu coast, like on that highway.
Okay,
There- he's not- he
he's
just
doing
got
he's
it.
doing a run down the highway with an airplane.
No, so like here's the highway, the coast, right?
Yep.
He's doing
He's following
Route 1.
it.
Route 1.
He's
as
going
it's
about
called.
15
Yeah,
miles
yeah.
there and back. There's a video of it. Can you send him the video in the
Yeah,
chat?
yeah. I mean, I can't.
Yeah, but later.
I'm recording on my
Okay.
phone.
I'm
but
so shocked.
Otherwise, I
You
send it to you
know
right
that?
now.
No, he got his pilot license.
right. And he's zipping it down the one.
Right.
And right
Yeah,
on-
that's
on
right.
back.
That's the Cali
Uh-huh.
lingo.
Right.
Going down the 404 or something.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
No, the
Shaw,
one.
dude.
Yeah, Shaw, dude. Salt on my saw, bro.
Shred the gnar, dude.
The Nar, bro.
Ah, dude, I'd love to go out to California.
Straight up.
Snar, bro.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Let's do it.
I
Let's
spent
do it.
there. I
Let's do
spent
it.
2 whole days there one time.
Wow.
It's pretty nice.
Did you really feel like you could get into the LA culture in those 2
I had a
days?
fish taco. I saw the beaches. It was a little SoCal trip. It was nice.
Which beaches? Could I ask? Do you remember?
Venice.
Venice. Okay, that's a big one.
Yeah, no, I went to the 2 big ones. And what was the other one? Santa Cruz.
Santa Barbara.
Santa Cruz is up north.
No, okay. It was they were
Santa-
close to each other, both in Southern California,
Santa Cruz is
and
a
one of them
wider.
was definitely Venice. But yeah, I went with my friend who was from LA, from Southern LA, and he's like, I know
Who's
what you
your
want to
friend?
see, dude.
What's his
Let's
name?
go.
Oh, it was Santa
Kyron.
Monica.
Shout out to Kyron, man,
Kyron.
or Eddie.
Or Eddie. Either one.
He goes by both.
Kyron or Eddie. Both solid names. So you drove from Arizona to LA?
Yeah, dude, through a
Cool drive.
mudslide.
Cool. Oh, okay.
It was pretty cool at sometimes, pretty scary at others.
Yeah.
I thought,
imagine.
yeah, it was. But we just kept on trucking, man. Life's a bitch, but keep on trucking.
you and Kyron drove out to LA.
Yeah, with a couple other friends. Yeah.
Cool.
That sounds like a great time.
In the Fozzie?
No, I think we were in a Honda Civic.
Okay. Oh.
That's a good car to do that.
Yeah,
in.
but for
Well-
a mudslide though, for a mudslide,
It's brutal.
it's brutal.
Oh,
It's-
tell him about
it's brutal.
Suso. Tell him about Suso in Geneva.
Yeah, so we have the circle back to Morocco, but
Okay.
Geneva. So we so we were in the Geneva airport. We were waiting to take a train to Zurich.
Yeah, we were trying to take that train, and then we met this guy,
Suso, who was just
Suso.
trying to plug in his phone.
Yeah, he was trying to plug in his phone. He was
Point
trying
it
to
out,
figure it
yeah,
out, and then so he was like, he spoke Spanish, and Chris speaks Spanish, and he also spoke German, and I
Deutsch.
speak some German. So we kind of just struck up a conversation, and then he just kept offering us cigarettes and shots of Bombay Sapphire out of this
Yeah,
bag.
he had a black plastic bag, and the only contents of this black plastic bag were nips. Yeah,
Nips.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was great.
Of Bombay?
Yeah, Bombay.
I think just Bombay, right?
I think I drank like
classy nip.
6 of them while we were waiting there.
it is.
That's a very classy nip.
It was
yeah, because
great.
it just looks like a smaller version of the actual bottle it comes in.
Yes.
Yeah,
I love
that's
that.
nice. It hits good.
Dude, Jaeger nips, they're like $1 more because they come in a nice glass bottle, but it's so nice. The Jaeger bottle is amazing. I've been obsessed with Jaeger bombs. I don't know if you guys know this. Maybe
Oh
Chris-
yeah, no,
I'm aware.
I'm
You guys are all
acquainted,
aware.
yeah.
I've come in for the Friday night firefight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been absolutely obsessed with Jaeger bombs. I think it's perfect. I think it's absolutely perfect.
Good drink.
Yeah, delicious.
It's great. It's
You
good.
like
it's
a good
healthy.
Jaeger?
Huh?
Like a good Jaeger? Yeah.
I've only had it a couple times, but every time I've had a Jaeger bomb, I'm like, this is
So it's interesting because it will do you good like a
Yeah.
shot will, but then it's got the Red Bull.
Yeah,
right? So it
that's-
gives you
yeah.
that kick.
So
But
it's like-
also,
good. Yeah.
but it's got that.
I remember having that feeling the couple times I've had it. Like, holy shit, I'm ready
Four
to go.
Loco.
So it's got
Ready
like
to
a,
go.
like a caramel taste to it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
smooth.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
tasty.
They're
It's
good.
nice.
I
kind of want
I gotta
to.
get around to some more. Of those.
I want to sip one rather than
sip one. Huh?
Yeah, because it's tasty. It's
I've
not
never
bad.
heard of sipping a Jaeger bomb.
No, me neither. But it holds.
I've been
It
asked
holds.
when I order it before, do you want it as a shot or a drink? And I
that's
always
cool.
say shot because you know me.
Gotta get
Right.
that blunk right.
Yeah, Blake be
I can feel
throwing
the saw
hard,
in you,
Blake
dude.
be
I can feel the saw.
losing his mind.
The saw. Could we
Oh.
elaborate on the saw?
He gave me a saw, dude.
Saw,
saw,
dude.
dude.
Saw, dude.
I felt the saw with that woo.
I thought this was hang loose.
So this guy,
hang loose, hang tight.
this guy Suso.
Hang tight, brother.
All right, let's go back to Suso in the airport.
So he every
about Suso.
time he would, so he was waiting for a friend of his to pick him up from the airport, and this friend like didn't come for another 5 hours, and he kept arguing with him on the phone.
His friend who was presumably in Bern.
In Bern. So Bern is another city in Switzerland.
Yeah, about if you looked at Geneva on the west end of Switzerland and Zurich on the east end of Switzerland, you got Bern about a third of the way from Geneva to Zurich. So Suso's on the phone with his friend speaking in.
It was it French?
it was-
I don't know.
It was
He kept
west,
yelling at
so
him,
yeah.
trying to get him to come over, cussing him out in like 3 languages.
Right,
And
come
then,
pick me up.
And
Come
then
pick me up,
finally he
saying.
comes up and he's like, Bern ist brutal.
Right.
He's wasted. He's
Yep.
just like slurring it.
And so he's telling us about how Bern is a bad city. That he's
Yeah.
had a lot of bad run-ins there.
He looked like he got in a fight. He
Yeah.
had like
You don't want to
knot-
get burnt.
He looked at a knot on his forehead.
Yeah, an egg, as you would.
Yeah, and a
An egg.
bloody lip. But
Are you gonna get an egg? You've heard that one. You're gonna get an egg, like
Is
from
there an
a
egg
bump.
on your head? Oh,
No-
that?
oh, you're talking about
There's an
this.
egg on your head, and it's running down your head.
Don't I have egg on my face?
Oh, dude.
so he kept saying that Bern is always brutal. Bern ist immer brutal. Brutal. He grabbed me both hands on my shoulders and shook me, and he was like brutal. I'm like, wow, cool story, dude. Do you do that to people in Bern? Maybe that's why they're brutal, because you
So,
grab people like that.
So Suso, he was trying to get to Bern. He was trying to hang out with his buddy. So that again, like about a third of the way across the country, we had to take a train from Geneva to Zurich to catch our flight from Zurich back to Boston. Right.
Yep.
So Suso is pretty much asking us if we want to split a taxi to go to Bern. Only a third of the way.
Yeah.
Despite us already having tickets to take a train to Zurich.
$200 ticket to Zurich.
Right. But he's telling us like €20
Oh.
to take the cab. You remember?
That's right, it
He was
was
saying
like-
like
it
to split
was
it 3
like-
ways.
Was there a situation where you guys could catch the train halfway through?
No.
Get back? No, you
I
had to
don't-
take it from the landing point.
Maybe if we knew, man, we had already gotten kind of turned around a couple times. We were just trying to get
did.
back home.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a hard time getting out of Marrakesh, not the capital, but
And you guys started listening to the Chris Daughtry classic
most
Home.
popular.
And you
most popular city.
and you thought, fuck.
No, they
I gotta go.
sent our bags to Vienna, to Austria.
They did.
Oh, I was way off. Okay.
So we just wore the same clothing for a week.
We did. Could you give us a sample from Chris Daughtry's home? I'm not familiar.
Yeah, what is that?
Coming home.
I'm coming home.
That's Chris Daughtry.
Tell
No,
the
wait.
world
I don't
I'm...
think
No,
that's Daughtry.
it's not. That's a different
Not
song.
Daughtry at all.
Wait.
Not Daughtry
Do
at
you know
all.
it? Do you know that though?
No, I
Can
don't.
you play a second
No, I
of
do.
it?
What?
I know that one.
Yeah, I know that one, but I don't know Daughtry's home.
Assassin's
away.
Creed 3.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed 3. It was Assassin's Creed 3.
It was.
Dude, that was so hype.
Yeah,
It was
the
like
trailers,
2014.
absolutely.
I was like
Trailers were great.
losing my mind with that, dude. Yes, I'm so glad you know
I'm
that.
coming home
Yeah,
to the
that's it.
place where I belong. None ain't ever been enough for me.
Sing it, keep going.
It's like a 94 shit. Why kind of deal?
That
I'm
is.
not running from.
Don't stop.
Yeah,
Cause this place that got me all
Keep
wrong.
going.
You don't forget this life, not for me.
One more time. Hit me with it one more time. Go ahead.
Cause these places and these spaces are getting old.
Keep going.
I'm going home.
Finish. Perfect.
Yes, this was 94 HJY. This is Mike Noakes leaving it for Doug and Al for the Midnight Hour. See ya. I love you.
Did you just completely make that up? Because
Yeah.
they have Paul and Al, and they're like the most
Paul
famous
and Al.
hosts.
It is Paul and Al. So that in the beginning.
Oh, so you do know HJY?
Yeah, I
Okay.
listen to it like every morning. So as I'm leaving my house, it's like 4:30 in the morning. And
Yeah,
they
this
have
guy will
Steph.
leave the house every morning at like 4:30 in the
They
morning.
have Steph there, and she's like, "Okay, well, I'm signing off for Paul and Al, but I'll see you. Be safe. I love you." And then she like leaves.
So he gets an HJY that none of us hear.
I do.
That's
Wow.
true. You never hear Charles then.
I never hear Charles.
Charles is
Wow.
a stoned,
Charles is
is
the
a
guy.
stoned, grumpy old man who has a monopoly on the afternoon spot of HJY, and he is so funny in his own way. If you learn him as
Charles,
a character, then he's so funny. And he
94,
hosts the
HJY.
420 Club, which people send in their
The
stoner names.
420 Club.
People send in their stoner names,
fried.
and he reads them off. And dude, when I was like 17, I tried so hard to get on it, dude. And my name is Looming
Oh
the
my
Dab
god, I remember
King.
that. I remember
Dude,
that.
and every single day, I'd pull over, turn on HJY, and I'd record it on my phone just in case he said my name. I wanted to get it on recording, and it never fucking happened.
I remember that. That was hilarious.
And ever since that day, he's been my fucking nemesis.
We sat and listened one time to them doing it, and I remember in your Lincoln, dude, and you were pissed. You were like, "Fuck again!" As we're smoking.
I
listening to
called, I
420
emailed,
Club.
and he never even told us how to get on. And it made me wonder, like, is he just making up this whole list, or
It's more likely than you think.
like I don't know, dude. I just still don't know. And honestly, maybe because of we host a world famous podcast, so like maybe
If you didn't know,
maybe at this point I have the clout to get his attention.
you definitely do. I think you should hit him up again and be like, "Yeah, buddy, I'm on a world famous podcast."
Yeah,
Bro,
I'm
my
on a
God.
world famous podcast.
I got on the radio once.
Yeah, AM, FM.
FM for sure.
Okay, well, damn.
I'm thinking it was
That's
like a
big time.
That's an
like,
upgrade.
like a 93.3, like a 93.3. Was driving into work one day. They said to name 3 things you would buy for your Valentine for a gift card to Percy's. You guys know Percy's? Yeah, the breakfast place with
I'm
the.
not familiar with it, but yeah,
You don't know Percy's?
I don't know. Percy.
Wait, cornbread, baked beans,
I don't know Percy's
ham?
either.
Dude,
I'm
Do you know
from New
Nate,
York.
Do you know? There's a Percy's in Dartmouth. There's a Percy's out on the Cape. There's a Percy's in like East
Are we
Providence.
talking about Percy Jackson?
No, not Percy
the
Jackson. The
Olympians?
Olympians.
Oh,
No, not
gotcha,
those
gotcha.
guys.
It's the
No,
Kane
no.
Chronicles, the Egyptian one.
Yes.
No, so they said to name 3 things that you'd give a Valentine. I said 3 basic things like chocolate, a card, flowers, right? And they
Pretty
were
milk
like
toast
ding ding.
options.
Yeah, right. So, but then they mailed me.
Okay.
It was like a $25 or $30 Percy's gift card.
Okay,
Paid
for you to
more
take your Valentine there?
Right. It was most of a breakfast. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
take your Valentine there, Chris?
I did.
You did?
I did.
What was her name?
I don't.
Oh, it's a fake
Well,
story.
yeah, you do. What was her name?
We got. What's going on?
Y'all gonna?
Yeah, it's.
I think.
yeah.
I think her name was. If I have to.
We
Shout
can
out.
bleep it. You can bleep it.
Yeah, you're gonna bleep
that was the best meal for life, dude. Breakfast with Chris. Every meal I have with Chris is the best meal of my life. So
Yeah, man,
I
that
know.
shepherd's pie just
No,
now at Dublin
it
Rose.
hit
That was the
hard,
best
dude.
meal of
Yeah,
your
you know what?
life.
Let's talk about this. Let's
Let's
talk about this.
about
all
it.
right?
How I had to eat after
Hey,
working
so-
all day. I'm sorry.
So I know how. So I know you guys got invited to be on
You're
the
getting
World Famous
fired up.
podcast. So you know, maybe it's a little bit of a ego boost, you know. But you guys,
Yeah,
come on,
that's right. I'm
this-
feeling hot.
I've had enough of this diva shit.
wah, wah, wah.
I've had enough of
Womp
this
womp.
diva
I
shit.
respect it. I respect the diva-ship.
The diva shit? Yeah,
No,
yeah, of course.
no, I'm
Respect it.
kidding.
What do you got?
I'm just joking about how we were set up way ahead of time, and they were on their way. They had to stop to get dinner. Reasonable. I'm just
it
fucking
was.
around. What did
Yeah,
you
just
guys get?
food.
You got shepherd's pie?
I got shepherd's pie.
How was it?
It was great. I loved it. You know, Chris's mom hypes it up every second of every day, I'm told.
My mom does like the shepherd's pie from Dublin Rose.
and it was really good.
Shout out to Dublin Rose.
I've taken a public anti-shepherd's pie stance, so I feel like I have to back
Because
it
it's
up.
cottage pie, because it was made with beef.
I've never had it, but I like that fact. I like that fact a lot.
Yeah, that's a Gordon Ramsayism right there for you.
True. Gordon
Yep.
Ramsay does that to you.
Yeah, he does. He'll just come in and be like, "Hey, this is not a shepherd's
Hey,
pie.
fuckhead, it's beef. It's a.
It's beef. It's bloody beef.
learn your
It's not.
lesson,
It's not sheep in it." And he, like yells at him, calls him an idiot sandwich.
Hey Nate, can you just make sure mic 1 is in frame?
Oh, what do we got? Keep them in through.
And that we're recording, of course.
Boom.
Quick tech check.
Cut
Let's
this
all
out.
go to the movies. Let's all go to the
The arsonist has
movies.
oddly shaped feet.
So-
Yeah.
Unique
Try something.
New York. Unique New York. Okay, I
Red
think
leather,
we got,
yellow leather. Red leather, yellow
Bumblebees
leather.
buzz breezingly in the
She sells seashells by the seashore. All right, do we have solid mic
Chunky
check?
monkey.
Can I have that?
Chunky
Yep, yep.
monkey.
Thanks. Chunky monkey. What do we got?
What's your guys' favorite time about ice cream?
What's my favorite time about ice
What's
cream?
your guys' favorite time about ice cream?
Did you
Time
prefer
of
like
ice cream?
1920s
Four-
vanilla, or did you really like the
4:15.
1980s rainbow?
Are you guys
What did you
into
like?
like those 80s flavors, the 90s flavors, or the current maybe like...
I like the 2005 Build Your Own Sundae from
I like the
Friendly's.
1500s ice cream.
Okay, which was what?
It was. I had something for this. No, you know what? They didn't have ice
Just
cream.
really
then.
cold butter.
I wanna
Just really
go
cold
to
butter.
Friendly's.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the Ben and Jerry's conspiracy theories?
What do
What's
you got?
that one,
Flavors?
bro?
Like,
What do you got?
this isn't my joke.
I know they're graveyard.
This isn't my joke,
flavors.
but like I know Ben and Jerry's has one flavor called like jet fuel can't melt sweet cream.
That's great, dude. I love that so much.
They have an that's like their best seller though, I think.
Epstein didn't chill himself.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a good
there
one.
you go.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Little St. James crumbs. What was the other one they had?
Whose joke is this?
How many
Tim Dillon, dude.
contextual?
Tim Dillon, dude, that joke is so funny. Where he's like, "Yeah, I came up with a conspiracy theory ice cream flavors, and some of them are so good, like gulag ganache and things like that. Cherry gulag or whatever it was.
Cherry gulag sounds lit, dude.
Coco Kamikaze.
That's where I used to hang out. The cherry gulag.
How do you guys like Cherry Garcia?
I don't.
Oh, I
go for
love
it.
the Grateful Dead, dude. Probably one of the best guitarists out there.
What? Jerry Garcia. Okay, right.
I said
exactly.
cherry.
So
Oh, you said Cherry
Yeah,
Garcia.
remember how we were talking about ice cream?
I'm so sorry. I was so stupid of me.
No, you see, you should have just rolled with it and been like, "Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. That's cherry Garcia."
Cherry Garcia. It's my grandma's favorite Ben and Jerry's flavor. It's like she eats that shit. Dude.
Well, that says it all.
I mean, I usually
it
eat ice
does.
cream too. I don't know what else you would do with it.
Nah, but Cherry Garcia is kind of like an old.
I was about to roast your grandma, but I don't even
It is
know
a
her.
classic.
No, it is kind of like an older.
It
person's,
is.
like ice cream.
Yeah,
favorite
no.
ice cream
Honestly,
flavor.
my mom liked it a lot growing up.
I know a lot of
That
old
was her
people who
staple.
like.
Cherry Garcia.
Cherry
Never
Garcia,
heard of
yeah.
it before. In my
You've never
life.
heard of the Cherry Garcia?
Exactly.
I've not.
They don't do
Really?
that. At the
I've been
Broadway Express.
deprived.
It's like Ovaltine. You don't know what Ovaltine
I
is.
do
bro?
know what Ovaltine is because my parents are actually that old. They
What
had,
is
like,
Wait, your
Ovaltine?
parents drink Ovaltine?
a secret fucking decoder ring, and they had the whole like Christmas
Were they
story
born in
reference.
1910, dude?
My dad was born in 1959.
Team Ovaltine.
Oh my gosh.
So-
how? Wait.
He saw the moon landing on, like when he was a kid in
How
school.
old are your parents?
My parents, it's 1959, so that would be, I don't know, like my dad's like in his 60s.
Wow. Do you
Yeah.
have any siblings?
60s.
I do. I have a brother and a sister, both younger.
Oh, so you're the oldest?
I am the oldest.
So they had kids late.
The eldest.
Yeah, they did. I'm the oldest, just not the wisest.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest. I have a sister. And I'm not the wisest.
Yes.
either.
My sister is probably the most functional out of us three.
I mean, I
would
destroyed
say.
my sister in that department. So
Yeah, my,
Yeah.
my,
Okay.
my younger sister knocked it out of the park as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, my oldest did.
you got it. You
Your
got it.
oldest.
My older sister
Played
did.
his
There you go.
father all of a sudden.
My older sister did great as well. I'm the disappointment of the family. I have a podcast. That's my claim to fame.
Wow. Okay. What is it?
Deprecating.
No. What's the other one?
Self-deprecation.
No.
I
it's,
go to family
self-admission?
reunions.
What self-admission?
No,
you
the
said?
thing that you say. Self-tell.
Aggrandizement. Oh, self-report.
Self-report. There it
A
is.
self-report.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. Okay.
I
Just
go
trying
to
hit that one.
I go to my family parties, right? And my sister's talking about how she's doing great with school, about to
Yeah.
start a career. My sister's talking about how she's got her career going, and
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
I'm just like,
What
yeah, I
do you
got a podcast and a band,
There you go.
and I'm going, and they're just like, oh,
Namaste, son.
Namaste.
Is that what they do? Namaste.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this. My family's all Japanese.
Do they go? Do you go, father,
No.
mother?
Namaste
I am
is
an
not-
advanced
no, it's not.
podcast. And they
No,
go,
that's yoga.
Very good, Blake.
Namaste is definitely a word in Hindi,
Hindi,
not
okay.
Japanese.
Yikes.
But doi dashimaste. So.
Oh, he's hitting you with
He did it. He did
Give me
it.
more. Do you know
we
any
go.
more?
do you got?
Che idmin maiku imnida. Actually, that's Korean.
I
Tashiwa
apologize.
maiku desu.
Why don't you flex a little harder?
Namaste,
Bilingual
Kuri
Mike over
Satan
here, dude.
Goku na Tenshino Yoni. I'm not gonna.
Whoa!
I'm not gonna.
What are you
I'm not gonna
saying?
just speak complete
Can
Japanese.
you say that again, please?
Satan Goku na Tenshino Yoni.
Can you say a whole paragraph?
No, because that's actually the opening of the Neon Genesis Evangelion theme song.
Oh, I know. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Is that another
Could you
language
do that
you
one
just
real
spoke
quick?
to me?
Could you do the?
What did you just say?
Goku na Tenshino Yoni. Yeah, it just goes. Yeah.
Bam, dun, 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 dun. Bam, dun, 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 dun. Bam, 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 bam. Woo!
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's
All right.
pretty cool.
I feel like I should make a
Yeah,
public
Nivani
apology.
Evangelis.
That's pretty cool.
It's a fucked up show, actually.
It actually is
It's about
pretty
child abuse, really.
unhinged nonsense.
Really, it is about child abuse. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, there is a fair amount of child abuse that happens. And
They
suicide.
force kids into mechs.
Yeah, they're called Avas, but they're really just giant mechs. Yeah, giant
yeah.
robots to fight aliens.
Right.
It's some Alistair Aubin nonsense.
Oh wow.
Oh, no, no, Real Steel. That's not Real Steel?
No, it's not.
Okay.
No,
No.
I'm serious. Like the level
No Hugh
of
Jackman.
the esoteric nature of that show is it's hard to follow. At a
Yes,
lot of points, a lot of symbolism.
You want to talk about Hugh Jackman now?
Hugh Jackman? What,
Yeah.
Wolverine?
Well, you said Real Steel, and then I think about Hugh
Yeah,
Jackman.
When the lights go out. Yeah, it's got
Right.
Till I
I
Collapse.
love
by
Hugh
Eminem.
Jackman. He did Les Mis,
He did Les Mis,
Wolverine,
Wolverine.
others.
Yeah, I mean those are really the big two.
Greatest Showman. was it.
Yeah, this is the greatest show.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like the other side. That's
Is
a
he in
good
The
one.
Prestige?
He is in the Prestige. That's correct. Yeah. So okay. Yeah.
Magician?
The versatility of his actorship.
Yeah.
There's
Also-
a professional word for that. I forget.
Skin cancer survivor?
Is
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
I think
Did
he
he-
had it on his nose or something. he had
So
to take time off movies.
what
think.
I learned in my anthropology class is that people with less melanin, so lighter skinned folks, will be able to tell skin cancer earlier because like the signs are more prevalent when you have pale skin.
I heard about this. I saw it on
Makes
TikTok,
sense.
and it was like, it was something about how like people assume that like people with darker skin like don't have to use sunscreen, but it's like those are the people who get skin cancer the most.
Right.
And it goes-
so
and it
People
goes-
that don't
and it goes
use sunscreen,
unnoticed.
absolutely.
right.
Yeah.
And so I would say that attributes more so towards the fact that they don't use sunscreen as opposed to like anything else. Because
Yeah, you're probably right.
Right, because well, just so also like melanin-rich skin is more adapt for absorbing UV rays
Right.
from the sun.
The point of the TikTok was pointing out a common misunderstanding, and I feel like what I said missed the point. So I think
That was fair.
I think that's my second apology that I
No,
probably
no,
owe. So I'm
no
gonna say it. I'm
sweat,
gonna say it at
man.
the end of the episode. I'm gonna do all my public apologies.
I didn't even know you made a mistake, Blake.
We're gonna do a
Yeah,
there's gonna be a part of the podcast that we're not in where you apologize for things.
yeah.
you've
It's
said.
just at the end of every episode, I just apologize for everything that I said.
Is it like a Logan Paul apology or like a YouTuber or like
It's super hollow. It's
I've
very
made
hollow.
a continual and gradual lapse in my judgment.
With
you know.
was that the Aoki Gahara?
That was
Is
that
what
was the
was?
Suicide Forest one. Let's just run it back. You know, before he was threatening to box Andrew Tate in the ring. I mean,
Right.
to be honest, I would have seen that fight. That would have been funny.
Can I ask what was the first apology?
Yeah. What was
Oh,
that
I said that Namaste was Japanese.
Right, that's right.
Right. It
Right.
was
So
Hindi.
it's really like when I overstep my bounds with cultural a lack of cultural knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the sort of time where it's like, okay, let's take a step back and make this about me.
Right, let's reevaluate.
Let's make this all about me.
You have to.
And just say I'm sorry. I
you
need to learn more.
Right.
And
Possess that
and
shit.
guys, feel bad for me because I messed up.
Feel bad.
You know?
Yeah, it's just some grandstanding.
Exactly.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, really,
That's what
like
it's all about.
you have to be seen as conscientious of these mistakes. You can't just make a mistake and go about your life like a normal person. You have
Right.
to. Yeah.
I will chastise myself on this live on the air.
Some people are into that.
Because some people are into it, and I'm going for clicks.
To self
I'm going-
chastisement.
I'm going for clicks.
Our pants are kind of similar.
Our pants are similar
Just
in
like similar
shade,
color.
and
Yeah.
I mean,
Really
that's
just,
cool.
and then pocket.
I'm in my work clothes, so they're kind of busted up.
Mike's a
but,
working man.
Yeah, what do you do for work,
I
Mike?
climb cell phone towers.
He does.
That's
Climb.
sick.
Okay.
all the way up.
All right.
All the way up. No one can stop.
Do you- all the
So
way.
like with a parachute on to jump off of them?
No,
or-
with
Yeah,
a
yeah,
safety
he
harness,
does,
and I'm
yeah, yeah.
clipped
He
in.
base
And
jumps. He
the
base
wind
jumps every
today
day.
on the Cape was incredible.
base
Like
jumps every
40
day.
mile an hour. That was fun.
And you didn't have a wingsuit.
I did not. I was just kind of holding on with my hands.
You had
Gotcha.
he had a wingsuit. He had a
wingsuit.
wingsuit.
Did you really?
He's
No,
lying.
no,
he
I
likes to be
don't.
humble about it. He,
A wingsuit won't
he
work at
obvious
300
skates.
feet. Like,
He
you'll die.
will work at 300
Mike, do you do
feet.
any
He does it every day.
confidential work?
Confidential work. I cannot confirm nor deny my confidential work for the governments of either the United States or abroad. But no, I wish I was that interesting.
Wait, hold on. You just told us that you can't tell us, and then you said no. So we can't believe that
Well,
now.
that's the part of being a maybe secret agent, maybe just a guy full of shit. You know, like no one knows. Confidence is that no one else knows
Confidence is key.
how much of a liar you are, except you. And the ability to project that is the entire argument.
Everyone's got their demons that you got to live with.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
and mine is I'm a cell tower climber. That's my demon.
Who could also be an absolute liar right now? And is actually
I
doing
could
some
be,
secret work for the
except
government. but we
I
never know.
have identification that says that I do climb cell phone towers.
That's interesting.
But
You need
nothing
identification
that,
for it?
that denies the fact that you do top secret work.
I mean, I have done work on the Space Force base. That was cool.
Whoa. Holy shit.
That actually was a
Space
real
Force.
job. The Space Force base
so
was
you're
a real
technically
thing.
in the Space Force.
On the Cape. No, I was just with
Are you a
contract.
decorated
guys?
veteran?
No,
Yeah.
Space Force?
The
Yeah.
Space Wars.
Space Force.
Everybody remove your caps for a moment.
Give him a quick hoo-yah!
We have to. What is it like Starship
Hurrah.
Troopers? We have to go to Clandathu. I'm going to put up cell towers on Clandathu.
Could I?
So-
Would you mind if I circle back for a quick second?
Yeah, what do you
Sure.
got?
Mike, I was wondering. I was wondering your perspective on Hugh Jackman. If
Oh,
you
my
had-
perspective?
Yeah, any takes?
One role that I think gets overlooked is he was in a scary movie where he had a nut sack on his chin that he kept dipping
remember
into
that?
his
Yeah,
soup
yeah.
and wiping his balls on his
call that
face.
So
Did
fucking
you call
weird.
it a scary movie?
No, it is.
Oh,
It's-
yeah,
whatever
it
it
is.
is.
Oh, you're saying
It's called the franchise scary
Yeah.
movie.
I understand now. But
Mate,
you're wrong.
can you actually make another public apology for that real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, run that back.
Guys, listen. I'm so
You got it.
as a
I know it's hard.
guys.
Not with me watching.
You guys
I
don't
get
know
it.
how hard my life is.
Should I
and,
watch them too?
I'm so ignorant, guys, and I'm sorry. And if you guys would just keep watching, and let me just say, guys, I'm so sorry.
Okay, cool. Back to it. So yeah, he got clam chowder on his fucking face balls, dude.
Yeah, and the chick's looking
He's so
around like,
good.
is anybody else seeing this?
I know, yeah, it's
Right.
freaking out. But thank
It's a
you for
great
coming back to
scene.
It's
that.
funny because it looks like
Yeah, of
cum.
course.
That was
So it's
movie
like the-
43,
Yeah.
Movie 43. Yeah, it was one of those or something like that.
not scary movie. It was what I
Movie
was trying to
43
say.
was weird. It was just
Good
a bunch
movie.
of like skits, right?
Yes.
A bunch of sketches,
good
pretty
movie.
much.
I like to think about them as short films.
Oh, sure. You can
With
think
Hugh
about them
Jackman
however you
being all
like.
on his
It's
feet.
really easy to envision things.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean,
What are you guys thinking? Do you guys want
What do you
to?
got?
You guys want to like?
I gotta
stay for the
piss.
next episode.
I gotta
We take a
piss.
break. You guys can stay for the next episode.
Yeah, or take a break. You could edit out the part where I say I have to take a piss, or you can keep it in.
you like to leave
it's
that
just
in?
part-
Maybe
it's
we
the
just-
realism. It's an intimate
Yeah, we're
environment.
right. We are
Wait,
people.
every-
We're humans.
everyone-
About the bowel movements of the.
Would you call taking a piss a bowel movement?
Well,
No.
no.
But it is the bowels. It's
No,
the
it's not.
depths.
No, the bowels are technically your digestive system. Everything else.
Technically.
Well,
Or
I'm not a
interpretively.
doctor. I'm just a Navy SEAL, so I don't know.
He's just
Sorry.
all old.
Hey, Don
fucking
Shipley,
cell phone
don't
tower
look at
climber.
that stuff, Don Shipley. I'm not actually stealing valor. That's a bit, please. Thank you.
Don Shipley, we know you watch.
I know, dude. Have you seen those videos? He like will call up people and be like,
Yeah, it's
"Yeah, so you
ridiculous.
were in the Navy's," and then he just like completely lights them on fire. And it's,
For-
it's awesome, dude.
For a stolen valor, is that?
Yeah,
what
for
he
stolen
does?
valor, because he'll like look for people on like Facebook and Twitter and stuff saying
Find them in a Walmart.
that they're like, I was a Navy SEAL and I was trained. I was in Abu Ghraib, and then he'll be like, yeah. So what's your number? And then they're like, and he's like, a liar. I'm gonna kick your ass.
The best is when
It's
they
like-
catch them in a Walmart and you see them call out and be like, "Oh yeah, what division?" And they go, "18th." They were 18th, and he goes, "That's bullshit. There wasn't an 18th." And he goes, "Listen, man, I
wasn't
served."
no
And then,
18.
dude, they start getting heated in a Walmart and then like throwing their milk on the ground, dude. It's so funny. It's like, "Fuck, stole valor!" As he's walking out, dude, just pointing at him. Oh,
Dude.
it's so funny.
I love that and the Chris Hansen. Hey, you mind if we talk for a minute? It's
right.
like those where you like
Did you see the one
ambush
Why
these
don't you
where
people.
the guy was already nude? And he comes around the corner and he's like,
Yeah, dude.
this guy's already absolutely naked. And he comes around the
Crazy.
corner and he's like, "Why don't you have a seat?"
That's fucked.
and he just sits down naked.
And that was on
Damn.
like national television.
Yeah, it was on CBS, NBC.
Yeah,
or
I mean,
something.
that's the point of the show, but I feel like that just goes too far for national television.
And then, dude,
You know what I mean?
blurred
this
it.
guy's
They
sitting there
blurred it,
naked, and he's
you
like,
know?
Harold, you know what you're doing here. And this guy has the audacity to be like, oh, it was hot. And he's like, it was hot, so you took all your clothes off. He goes, yeah, it's steaming.
Like the miners.
Dude,
in
I would
Chernobyl.
say that I'm
Oh,
under
God.
the influence of like
It's horrible,
psychedelics.
dude.
I would be like, oh, I took some acid, bro. The shadow people, and then like you could probably make an argument.
Wait. Are you talking about being in this situation and taking acid?
What I'm saying is that the guy probably should just played it off and been like,
Right.
I
I'm
was
high as fuck, and there happens to be a kid in this house walking.
Yeah. I mean, to be
By
honest,
the way, this isn't my house.
This
Oh,
isn't
I'm
my
tripping
house.
balls, dude.
I mean, what can you do to salvage that? Nothing.
Nothing.
Exactly. Fucking nothing. You just like you walked
Imagine
in.
if a
you
guy
can't-
got out and he was like, oh, dude, sorry, I was on acid. And they were like, oh, it's cool. Oh, we get it. Yeah.
dude, like it's
You've just been
insane.
texting little Emily for about 3 weeks now.
3 weeks.
about
It's
this.
so insane, dude. Dude, have you seen the episodes where they come out of the bushes? Like the guy tries to run and then like they come out dressed as like the ghillie suits, like Modern Warfare, and they tackle him. It's great, dude. I love that show so much. Just watching.
Oh, I didn't get to bring up bulldogging. Dude.
Next episode.
Keep it easy
Hey,
and don't be sleazy.
Bulldog.
Keep
Bring
it
it back to
easy.
the
Don't be
Beatles.
sleazy.
Thanks for coming to our show.